made to be a sheriff's office, and it was made to be a jail. So we go through
Oh, wow.
We are going through the bathroom. I thought you were kidding.
Oh, I see, I get it. Okay, that's the locker room, and naturally it has a bathroom in it.
Yes, it does. Hello, gentlemen.
I always knew Mike would be going to jail. I just didn't think I'd have it on tape.
And you guys have never been in here?
No.
Okay. So right now there's a control room tech should be watching us here through the camera, and they'll pop this door once they see us, unless you guys would let them know that we're here. So head on in here.
Gee, I hope this isn't a trick.
Yeah.
Now we go into
He has us right where he wants us right now.
and this is where the security, starts to happen. This is where, basically the control room tech has complete control of our movements and everyone's movements within the facility.
Right.
Come on in here, I'll show you. Kind of take you from the very beginning of where someone comes into the jail and is pushed, through the jail. Well, gentlemen.
Hi.
Morning, Joe. How are you?
Morning. Hi, Dale.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
This police show, or it's called Jail, you've probably seen it. And I think it has to do with Las Vegas. It looks very similar.
Yeah, a jail standard for us, obviously. Important, Dale. We're always looking out for everybody's civil rights when they come in.
Don't annoy anybody.
Just because they come into a facility like this doesn't mean they're any less human.
Thank you, sir.
So this is where it starts. The vehicle salvage port. It brings the officers, deputies, troopers, bring people in here. They come in here. The individual comes through this door. They're escorted to this black mat over here, where they stand. They're still handcuffed. That's where they're searched. And that's where the safety starts. They're searched, patted down. We ask for their consent to do so, irregardless. And then basically their property is taken from them if there's something in their pockets or things like that. And we'll keep that and store that back in here in the property room until they're released. And then they can get it when they're released. And they're actually released through the same door, and it goes out that door up to the side of the building there. So the intoxilizer over here for people that are coming in impaired after driving, that sort of thing. That's where they are. We use that. Is what that looks like. So if you've never seen an intoxilizer or what the breath samples are.
Does it only work on alcohol?
Yes, that is specifically a alcohol.
Is there some sort of science to the cherry color scheme in here?
It's been like this, I don't know. I do not know. So 6 different holding areas is where people are held initially for the booking process. Somebody's brought in and we'll get them dressed down and that sort of thing.
Contact us.
Yeah.
Main jail room 440.
So once they're booked in here, we know who they are, we got their fingerprints, and we do all that sort of thing. Then, and if we're going to house them, we'll take them back this way. Sometimes there's hearings here in the jail. We'll have a hearing room. Here it's basically a court. It's a courtroom is what it is. I can turn the light on here. Yeah, come on in.
Oh, wow.
So this is actually where there's like sentencings and things like that. I mean, Mr. Goins was just sentenced in here just the other day. And he's now finally out of our facility up to the Department of Corrections for aggravated murder charges. So
you have a big screen over here.
And then also there's a screen there that if one of the inmates goes over to that small chair there and there is no judge in here, they can be arraigned via this, and that's shot into the courthouse.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
yeah, it saves time. It saves a lot of time and money not having to transport people back and forth.
Right.
Okay. So you can see that long hallway here. Are you familiar with Lipstick, Dale? The
Yes,
local
sir.
public safety? Sure.
I've been many of their meetings.
Nate Graham is working with me, and we're trying to get some more money from reinvestment funds from the state. And it looks like we possibly may, and if that's the case, I might be able to increase maybe the budget by about $300,000 a year for the next 2 years for the biennium, which is really, it's really exciting actually. And those monies would come from the state, but in my 900 cell block here, which I'll show you in just a moment, I would turn that into kind of a local in-custody treatment kind of area is where I want to go with that. Currently those monies are being spent in Jackson County, and I want to bring them back here. It could potentially get me 3 more corrections deputies here in the jail, which would be just fantastic. Really, it'll make things better.
I think that stands for Local Public Safety Coordinating Committee?
Council. Yeah, or council, I think, or committee. It could be committee too. Yeah. But this is the 900 block right now. This is currently where our trustees are, the people that are on lesser offenses. They are still held, and they can do some work in the building. I.e., you can see the floor is pretty shiny, so we keep them, try to keep them active, keep them moving when we can to make this facility better. Behind you is our medical clinic, where people are seen and if they have issues, which is important, obviously.
Well, one thing I can tell from being in here, if I was in here, I would certainly be looking forward to a chair that has a cushion on it.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of that, for sure. So now we go into kind of the shoe area of our facility. And if you split it right down the middle this way, you have the same thing on that side as you do on this side. You have pods where inmates are housed in here, and this is where the different classifications takes place that I spoke about. You know, currently, as you can see upstairs.
I don't want to shoot any video of people that are in jail.
Okay. Currently, upstairs, it's not being utilized right now because we would take more deputies. You have to have eyes on them. So I'm looking to get some cameras to try and help our person in the control able to view them, so we can get more people in here someday. And that's kind of the idea. Come on this way, Dale. Well, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have trouble shooting much of anything. This is our outside facility where they can go out and actually get some exercise in the outdoors. And you can, as soon as he walks by, you can probably, if you don't want to video him, you can pan over and look. And now you could. Yeah, you're fine now.
That's not much to see, but yes.
That's not much to see, but that's what it is when we talk about being able to go outside for an hour a day.
Oh, because it has some light that comes in from the outside.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Would that be a tough wall to get up?
Yeah, I don't think
idea.
I don't think anybody's getting up that wall.
Jackie Chan.
So yeah, maybe he could, huh? So this is when I told you about the lockdown portion of it, where people are in for 23 hours a day. This is basically it. And then that gentleman there is out for an hour, and he'll go out and do his thing for an hour, and then he'll go back into his cell. And that's again the classification of the inmates is where that stands.
Now this says cell block 500 max. Maximum security?
Well, yeah, basically it's not as high as what you see there when they're locked down 23, because they still have, although these are individuals, looks like they're not locked down right now, so max is not necessarily max. The women's pod over here behind me, so. And as you can see, Dale, and if you look up this way with your camera, that's our control room. That's the brains of this place, and that's where,
Right.
yeah.
We won't be shooting in there.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. So again, you have another male pod here. This is for an individual that we're concerned about for mental health and suicide type things. So we'll have if we run into a real problem, this is what we have here. A concern, if you will. And again, same side as the other side. That's just that's what the holds, 200 and 700.
So how many inmates are in here today, sir?
An exact number I don't know, but we're up to 130, somewhere between 120 and 130 is a fair guess for you there. I'm going to take you guys upstairs. If you want to shut the camera off real quick, I'll take you into the control room and let you take a look at it and see how that functions. So we just came out of the control room, but part of that reinvestment funds that I want to do is to open up this classroom again. It's not currently open.
So what will you teach in there? Will you go the Nate Gowrand route of teaching them reinforced positive behavior?
No, it's just for drug addiction, drug abuse, that type of a thing. It's not that deal. It's actually you're trying to The idea behind the reinvestment funds is so they can put money into them now, and we can get them treated, so they don't have, the Department of Corrections doesn't have to warehouse them.
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah,
It's
it's
better,
probably
better for them.
saving money in the long run.
Better for them, better for us, better for everybody involved. And that's kind of, I mean, that's the gist of it. I'll show you where I was talking about, where I think I might be able to get this, the clergy, members of the clergy and the pastors, and to maybe be able to start that program again. Here, here's the minute on the right. Wow.
You got top of me, and let's try on these things.
Okay, let's try, let's see if she'll pop this door for us. This is on their side.
So the gal that was in the control room, she's the one.
She's the one punching all these doors. Yeah, she has, basically access for everybody. Like attorney visiting room. This is kind of what I'm talking about. Say she pops attorney visiting too. There's really no reason why, I couldn't have a member, like an inmate would come into here and a member of the clergy go on the other side.
Right.
And communicate with them. This would be, in my opinion, kind of an ideal scenario, at least that I can do fiscally right now.
Right.